Hello and good morning. I am Megan. This is Everybody Yoga with Megan. Come right into child's pose, jumping right in off the bat. One more cycle of breath. And press up to all fours. Take one cow pose, belly down, one cat, belly up. And go ahead and take another one. You know me, I like things in threes. And when you've done a total of 3, come to a flat back. Take your left hand under your face. Inhale, twist right arm up. Working to keep both sit bones behind you. Wrap your right arm behind your back. If you can place your hand between your hip crease and your belly, do it. And twist. And a cow cat here to wash it out before we go to the other side. Twist left arm up. We're pausing here first. And then wrapping behind, really rotating from the lower rib cage. Untwist, back to all fours. One cow cat. It's a nice little rinse out. Coming into puppy pose, arms long, tailbone high. Take a deep breath here. Tilt the tailbone a little higher. And then press up, all fours, one more cow cat. Downward facing dog. Roll through the feet, press opposite heels down. Keep your breath active while you do so. Bring your feet to your hands, halfway lift. Spine is long, tuck the chin slightly. Ragdoll. Arms hang heavy near the ground. Weight is evenly distributed in the body. So take a look at your feet. Make sure you're not rolling in or out. Inhale up. Lean to one side and then roll it around. We're kind of taking a barrel roll here with the chest. And once you come back to the top, roll it the other way. Forward fold, back down. Halfway lift, plant the hands, hopper step back, high push up. We're going to take some upper shoulder work here. So make a cow cat pose with your high push up. So just the upper back is moving. And then come to your downward facing dog. If none of that made sense, that's okay. Inhale, right leg up. Bend your knees, stack your hip, working the twist from the lower ribs down. So try to keep the shoulders square. Easier said than done, I know. Step it through, low lunge. Your choice to keep the back toes tucked or not. Weight of the body is shifting forward and down, really opening the left psoas. Half splits. Just going to send the hips back. They don't touch all the way down. They just go back. And you're going to start by flexing your front foot as you lean over it. And then begin to point and flex, total of 5 times, just getting into the back of the hamstring. Making your way into an easy twist next, you're going to take the left hand down, right arm up, pop the left knee up. Downward facing dog. Breathe here. Inhale, left leg up. Bend your knee, stack your hip. Side body opening here. Step it through, low lunge. Try to mimic on this side what you did on the other. It might work, it might not. Half splits. Straighten the left leg, send the hips back. And then same thing as the other side, beginning to point and flex. And when you've done a total of 5 reps, coming into your easy twist. Downward facing dog. Right leg steps forward. We're coming into pyramid pose, so it's only coming halfway up the mat. It's still a wide stance, so feet on railroad tracks instead of a tightrope. And then hinge at the waist, bow forward. This whole practice is about stretching, focusing on the lower body mostly. Hips are square, so they're flush with the wall behind you as you step back to downward facing dog. Left leg forward, pyramid pose. I like to come halfway up first, get my torso in line, and then that way when I go to bow over my legs, I know that they're just as straight and organized as possible for my body. This is one of those stretches that can get all the way up into the IT band and can be really difficult. So it's okay to put a block under your hands and lift the torso a bit. Stepping back to downward facing dog. Tailbone lifts. Right leg's going to step forward so you can come to a wide-legged forward fold. So that's just kind of like your intro step to twist around to that side. Hang heavy here. Getting into those hamstrings again in just a different way, right? Each variation on the distance between the feet accesses a different part of the hamstring. And can get more into the low back or the hips. It's just magic. Bring your hands to the ground. Negotiate the feet inward just a bit, toes out, knees out, Malasana, Yogi squat. So speaking of hips and low back, here it is. If the heels can't touch the ground, you're welcome to put a pillow or a towel under the foot, like where the heel is, or to just kind of rock side to side, negotiating back and forth, trying to get that heel on the ground. If the heels touch, work on bringing the hands to heart center. If you have longer arms than I do, your elbows might touch your knees while you're in this pose. And so just keep pushing as you go. Drop the hands, lift the hips. We're taking a modified wide leg forward fold here, so it's not as wide as before. Different part of the hamstring being activated here. Walk the hands back around to the top of your mat. Step your right foot back. High push-up. Come onto the knees. We're going to come into broken toe pose. So I want you to tuck your toes underneath and then lift the hips up on top of the heels. This can be really painful if you get shin splints a lot, if you walk a whole bunch for your job, or if you wear a lot of high heels. This can be like, ooh, mama. Stay in it. Focus on your breath. Good work. Come onto the hands and knees and just tap the feet out. And then coming into our hero pose, walk the heels out just a little bit, send the hips back. Same thing, we're always allowed to do whatever you want, it's your practice. But sitting on a pillow or a block, if you want to lean back, awesome. If you don't. Just figuring out which opening is the best for your body in today's yoga practice. Acknowledging each practice is different. Lift your torso back up and make your way to a seated position. We're going to take fire log pose or double pigeon. So you're making a box or a square with the legs, ankle over knee, knee over ankle. Work on pressing both knees down. And then hinge at the hips. Don't force it, don't rush into it. Give your body a little love. Give it a little grace. I know many of you are in or around my age, right? So just like, man, y'all body's been through some stuff. Give it a moment. Rise up, other side. So again, each side is different. Honor that. It exists, let it be what it is. Get set up and then hinge forward. We get so like, oh, well, I did it on this side. Nah, that's not how that works. Lift your torso up. Bring both legs around in front. We're going to take like a herky forward fold. So bend your right knee back behind you. Always welcome to sit on a block on that left side. I get it, our hips don't always fold and bend the way they used to. And then bow over your extended left leg. So you can see that my foot is kind of rolling out to the side. I really should be sitting on a pillow or a block. I just didn't have any handy. So you want to make certain that your toes and knee are facing the ceiling and not rolling all around willy-nilly. And based on where your tension is in the body, you'll feel this in different places. Go ahead and swing around, other side. Like I feel it in the, actually of the hip of the bent leg, more so than the hamstring. And as long as there's no sharp stabbing pain, it doesn't matter where you feel it, right? That's just where your body is currently holding stress. So that's okay. Coming back around, it's easier to bend the front leg before you come in. Star pose again. I've been doing this one pretty much every day, this practice. I love it. Soles of the feet are touching. We're going to hinge forward. Oh, no, you know what? First, we're going to do the butterfly legs. Keep the soles of the feet together and then bend the knees in and open out. So some ankle mobility here. One more time in and out, and then hinging forward, bowing. I like to say the word hinge because I really want you to think of your hips as like a door hinge that just bends in one point, as opposed to the low back doing a weird curling sensation. So that is an intentional use of a word here. If you ever see a door hinge, it is flat. It bends, but the two sides that move are flat. Take your left elbow inside of your feet, twist right arm up. We started our practice with these twists, so we're going to kind of cool down with a deep twist. Other side, right elbow between the feet, twist left arm up. And if you can't get your elbow there, then you just put your hand. And again, always welcome to sit on a block. One final time, folding forward, coming into your breath here. And lift your torso up. Coming onto all fours, we're going to take our left leg up, or your right. We're going to do both. It doesn't matter. Bend your knee. Take your opposite hand, grab your foot. Bring the knee in alignment with the hip and open up. So you're kicking your hand into your foot and your foot is pulling back. So you're getting an opening in the shoulder, across the chest, and into the quad. Coming to the other side. First extend the leg, then bend the knee, reach up and over. You can see I've got to move my foot to the side even to grab it. And that just speaks to some limited mobility on my part, but the goal is to not have to do that. But once you grab it, bring it back into alignment and release. Downward facing dog, last one of practice. Working on pedaling the heels out here. Last little hamstring opening. This is the practice right here. Coming onto your knees, back to our puppy pose. We started practice here too. Tailbone high, chest low. If you are advanced and you want to make this more difficult, tuck your toes, lift the legs, but keep the chest pressing down. Press yourself back up. Take a cow cat. Walking around onto the back, knees bent, arms by your side. We're going to take one bridge pose here just to activate the back. Press through the heels, lift the hips. Walk your hands underneath. If you can grab your ankles, great. If not, don't worry about it. I say that all the time because really, don't worry about it. This practice is not meant to add stress to your life. Lower down. Supta Baddha Konasana, laying down butterfly. If it feels comfortable to you, one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. This is your moment to just breathe. Come into your senses here. You pick which order, sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. You can choose to end your practice in Supta Baddha, or you can bring the legs long and arms by your side. If you're doing Savasana, I invite you to come into squeezing everything, making a fist, curling your toes, squeezing your glutes, all of your stress, all of your worry. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then exhale, drop. Give all that worry back to Mother Earth. And let her transform that to love. On your next inhale, come back into your body. Making your way to a fetal position on either side. Press yourself up to a simple seat, spine long. The place in me that is love and light acknowledges the same in you. Together we say, Namaste. Thank you, yogis. Have a great day.